Welcome back to the Spongebob Squarepants movie, video game for the PC. These ocean and seagull sounds are actually kind of calming. It's kind of nice. Kind of want to just like not talk for a bit and just listen to this. I really like it. Anyways though, as promised, what are you doing out of the water? Justify your existence.
What are you doing out of water? What are you doing out of water? I asked you first. I'm a mud skipper. I can go for days out of water. Can you? Nope. Well then. Well then, indeed. I'm gonna go. Happy hunting.
I'm saving my boss's life for reasons. But cool. See, AWE actually pays attention to the species of the characters in ways that the show usually doesn't, and I like that.
The ocean, my home.
Oh, it's the home of the Hasselhoff.
Who knows what unspeakable horrors lurk in there? I, for one, do not intend to find out.
SpongeBob, like that's precisely what you need. Whoa! Let me just swim. And you gotta at least arm yourself for such a journey.
It's a piece of driftwood. Seems pretty strong.
Let's go.
We have to find a quicker way to get home than just swimming back. We never make it in time.
What about the...
Oh, Patrick, don't be silly. No one believes in that.
I know a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy whose cousin once saw a picture of a footprint in the sand.
Really? That's enough evidence for me. How can we reach him?
The call of the...
The what?
I have heard the call of the... And it is good.
Hooray!
Thanks, Patrick.
Well, the guy I know says you just have to call it.
I wonder what his number is.
7?
Well, we have to find some way to get home quickly, with or without that.
I appreciate the little ended as good thing, actually. So many little things in the writing of this game. It's good. I don't know how these guys ended up being... Oh, the text changed. You take it, Patrick.
I don't think so.
SpongeBob doesn't trust him. I'm guessing I'm gonna have to...
You have got to be kidding.
Yeah. Combine them first.
I don't think those can be used together.
Really? Huh.
I wouldn't want to live in a world where that was possible.
Do I need something to bind them together with? Yeah, I'm kind of surprised. Maybe I'm just easily amused for something. But... what was making that sound? Oh, yeah, there's stuff going on there. Okay. But... like, I feel like the writing by AWE is actually really good. I feel like they should have actually, with that kind of talent, they should have managed to be more than they were. But as far as I can tell, they don't exist anymore.
It's a puddle of tar. It's really sticky.
I haven't looked too hard, but I haven't been able to find any actual documentation of them ceasing to exist officially. They used to have a website, although I found its URL, but it's not up anymore.
I got tar on the driftwood.
Well, yeah, that was the idea. You said that as if you did it by accident. I'm not quite sure how you would do that by accident.
Hooray! It worked!
Awesome. It's real energetic digging, SpongeBob. Whistle!
Patrick!
That's an extra life.
The call of the...
No!
I tell you it's true.
Blow it! Blow it!
Calm down, Patrick. I will.
In fact, you can have the honors.
That won't work.
SpongeBob, you're a very horrible, selfish person. Wait, how's it SpongeBob sized?
With an ear-piercing squeal, the call of reverberates across the coast. Seconds later, it produces the desired effect as a glimmering and golden jogs into view. He offers to give them a ride back to Bikini Bottom.
Oh, they just cover his face.
Back.
Wahoo!
Upon arriving over
Hooray.
Bikini Bottom, shoot SpongeBob and Patrick down to the seafloor using his massive chest muscles. It doesn't take long for them to realize that Plankton has been up to no good where they were gone. Everyone in Bikini Bottom appears to be under his control, including King Neptune himself. SpongeBob and Patrick must find a way to break Plankton's hold over the citizens by any means necessary.
So there's a little implication that I want to appreciate. The fact that they didn't actually depict the Hasselhoff using his pectorals to
We're back,
jettison SpongeBob and Patrick.
Now all we have to do is give Neptune back his crown. Come on!
Oh, I think I'm gonna stay here. That's Perch Perkins over there, you know? You might want to interview me.
Okay. I'll be back as soon as I give Neptune his crown.
Right.
As if to imply that they could not artistically represent this person's muscles without the possibility of them being confused specifically, undeniably, for Hasselhoff's muscles. I like to think that his chest is just that distinct.
That's the stage where Squidward was made manager instead of me. Oh!
Is this the same? I think it's the same text he had before. Kinda weird how Patrick just stays here. I don't know why he really wants to stay with Perch Perkins.
I don't think Perch is in the right frame of mind for an interview.
You should tell it to Patrick.
I'll be back as soon as I give Neptune his crown.
Right.
So I guess he's probably in the Krusty Krab 1? I guess in the film, he was in the Krusty Krab 1.
Why would I want to go there? I have other things to do right now.
Like going to the job
Why
bucket.
would I want to go
Never
there?
mind.
I have other things to do right now.
Fine. Oh. So, I was wondering how you would handle this particular matter. So this is where I get the... I feel like it kind of loses a little bit of its effect if you actually have to go and acquire the guitar and whatnot. Although, of course, there's no actual plot explanation anyways for SpongeBob acquiring the guitar and whatnot in the film. From a narrative standpoint, the climax of the film is actually kind of interesting. Because it literally comes up out of nowhere entirely. There's no actual plot reason for SpongeBob to produce the ending that takes place in the SpongeBob movie.
Do you know I lift up my tentacle and I say tweet, tweet?
I can't say I've ever heard that one, man.
I'll let you get back to your picking.
Okay, pal. Catch you on the flip-flop.
Why are you here? Do you have a license to perform here? Or why aren't you a Buckethead?
It belongs to the cool guitar guy. I can't just take it.
Probably because of the music, actually. That's probably actually the in-universe explanation. And from a narrative standpoint, though, I think the ending of the film basically just comes... It's kind of an interesting case of using... I mean, I don't know how technical I want to get here, but what I was going to say was it's basically... Oh no, familiar guy!
Hello?
All hail Plankton.
Oh, barnacles on top of barnacles.
Man. But basically, instead of having any actual justification for overcoming the external conflict, they just use overcoming the internal conflict to cover both internal and external conflict, which is kind of weird. But it turns out to be fun anyways. It's something that really only something like a cartoon can pull off, that one doesn't usually take the plot so
Squidward,
seriously.
Not you too.
All hail Plankton.
This is no time to eat. I've got to find a way to put a stop to Plankton's scheme.
Oh, hey Plankton.
He's just chilling.
That's the best you have to say at this particular time.
Plankton, what's going on here? What have you done?
What's it look like? I've taken control of the citizens of Bikini Bottom. I've transformed them into my own personal Buckethead army. They are now... Say, what's that smell?
I think I absorbed some sweat.
Yeah. Anyway, bottom line, you lose. And you know why?
'Cause you cheated?
No, not because I cheated. Because I'm an evil genius. And you're just a kid. A stupid kid.
I may be a kid, but I'm not gonna let you get away with this.
Listen to yourself. You even talk like a kid. I'm not gonna let you get away with this. What do you think this is? A game of kickball on the playground? You never had a chance to defeat me.
Well, I'm not giving up yet.
Good. I enjoy watching you flounder. Give it your best shot, kid.
Does this make me... I might go on Mr. Lawrence's IMDb page or something later tomorrow and see other performances he's done, because I actually want to see him do a serious role now. He can get serious pretty well, actually. I want to see the stuff he's done. I want to hear him do something
Neptune,
serious.
we've got your crown back. Can you please let Mr. Krabs go now?
All hail Plankton.
This isn't working out like I'd hoped.
Look, the actual crown.
That isn't right.
It is very right,
I don't need
SpongeBob.
to go in there right now.
The heck?
That seems perfectly normal.
Then why is it there? It's a weird running gag we have here, the perfectly normal thing. Interesting. So, does this trigger something? Like, can I say anything to this guy?
Hi again, minstrel.
Can't escape the melodic allure, can you? Yeah.
Hi. Pretty awful what Plankton's done around here, isn't it?
Huh? What? Sorry, man. I've been so lost in a groove that I haven't noticed anything. What's going on?
He's got the whole town wearing his bucket helmet things, and they have like an antenna thingy on the top that lets them control their thoughts.
Whoa, wait a minute. Are you telling me he has sub-crypto alpha wave enhancers built into a cranial matrix?
I don't know. Am I?
Dude, this is serious, man. We have to find a way to channel the power of rock to disrupt his mind control signal.
How can we do that?
Well, we need an amplifier.
Don't you have one right there?
Yeah, but this little thing isn't gonna cut it without some modification. I need you to bring me a larger speaker.
Mr. Krabs has one in the storeroom.
Why?
He was going to use it to play music throughout the Krusty Krab with subliminal messages in it, urging people to buy more stuff.
Fair enough.
Don't think the irony is lost on me.
And there's one other thing we're gonna need. A reverse polarity sub-ether frequency emitter.
You're joking.
No, we need it to tune into the exact frequency that Plankton uses to control these buckets. It looks like a little light bulb.
Where am I gonna find one of those?
Well, Plankton has to have one, or we couldn't generate the frequency to begin with. So I guess that means
I have to go into the belly of the beast, the chum bucket.
it won't be easy.
Nothing worth doing ever is. Never fear, I will bravely face the dangers of the chum bucket for the greater good.
Wow, you sounded like Clint Eastwood just.
A
Really?
man's gotta do what a man's gotta do. So I gotta get a reverse polar party submarine freak mitt.
Close enough. It looks like a little light bulb, and it's probably near whatever equipment Plankton is using to control these buckets.
I'll let you get back to your picking.
Okay, pal. Catch you on the flip-flop.
Thank you. Suddenly super important miscellaneous character. Interesting what larger role you've taken here. Hi, Plankton. I guess we will use that outlet later for the amp. Forks.
Forks. You can never have too many.
I feel like I could imagine a scenario in which a person simply has too many forks. I don't think it's that hard. Like, what if you just sat down for dinner one day and you had 4 forks next to your plate? What would you do with them?
I hope those shelves are sturdy.
Okay, it's really bothering me that this is making a realistic light bulb noise. Why would you have any kind of chum anything here? It feels kind of...
Mr. Krabs keeps everything. Mr. Krabs keeps everything.
Anyways.
Mr. Krabs keeps everything.
Speaker, that's a very small one.
The speaker. This will do nicely.
And that's supposed to be even better than the amp the guy already has? Whatever. I guess it's time to cut things here, so I'll see you guys next time, the next episode, when we head on off to the Chum Bucket, and hopefully hear some more stuff from Plankton. In fact, it might be the last episode. Maybe, or the one after that, probably. I expect to finish the game tonight. In any case, bye everyone.